Hey beautiful soul stars, welcome to Starlight, Starbright Tarot. I hope you're all well. Love, light and blessings to each and every one of you. The download I received today was that everything is going to come in pretty rapidly. It's going to feel like it's coming in all at once. Whatever you've been waiting for, wishing for, hoping for, this is about to come for you in good ways. But you're having to prepare. You're having to try and find a path forward, letting go of all the things you need to let go of so that you can shine your bright light bright when the time comes, and you'll know what to do. Yes, there are many of you who will become very busy. You may be partnering up with someone in many different ways. We'll find out in a minute. Some of you will get will receive large amounts of financial abundance. But we're in this period of waiting. It's like being in the desert. You could even be feeling really bored with everything. Just keep working on yourself. Keep finding things to clear out and to clear. Yeah, for those people, it's definitely a time for preparation so that you know what to do when the time comes. And also, when we're put into the desert in many ways, when we come out of that desert, we have an appreciation. We've come to know God. We've come closer to Spirit. We've come closer to understanding how important it is to set our intentions in the right and good ways. Okay, so it's all happening. So you need to prepare for battle. Preparing for battle. Yes. Let's have a look at the cards. These are the cards that I've been asked to use today, which are the Golden Tarot, starting with the Golden Tarot. And I'll just pull some cards. Thank you, Divine. Okay. So we have, the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is Pisces energy. So this is all about spiritual path. It's about the emotions. It's about letting go of these old emotions. You could be picking up on the vibrations of others. And you have to understand, if you haven't done anything wrong today, if you're doing everything right, but you're feeling a little bit topsy-turvy, perhaps a little bit emotional, you need to release that. Let it bubble up and release. But sometimes we're picking up the vibes of others. Just remember that. Pisces energy is very sensitive, watery energy, needing to get into the flow. And with everything I've already said, it's interesting that we have this Eight of Cups in reverse. It's to look back. It's a time to reflect and let go. Steady the emotions, steady as she goes. You're not a cork bobbing on an open ocean. You are a fish swimming in the stream. And it's no longer, it's not time to fight it. It's time to go with the flow. So yes, you've had a lot of difficulties in the past when it comes to the emotions. You're losing a lot out of your life, a lot of people out of your life. This is because they're not vibrating with you at the level that you need to vibrate at. And you're still drowning in emotion. You could be an emotionally driven person. And this needs, you need to strengthen those emotions for the future. But just remember, those who are meant to follow you will follow you. So you need to be courageous and keep moving forward. So Eight of Cups, and Eight's all about power, infinite wisdom, infinite abundance. So you could have lost so much from so many areas of your life. And, this has made you very emotional as well. Of course it does. It upsets us. It traumatizes us when we're not raising our vibration, when we're not understanding that there's a bigger plan, needing to see the bigger picture and let go. There could also be some people in your past, or someone in your past, who's feeling very regretful. They're sorry that you poured a lot of love onto these people and it was thrown in your face. They pulled you down because they were weak. They had, oh gosh, I'm doing Illuminati symbols. Look at that. The Illuminati. I just realised. Oh, this is the power position. I didn't even realise I was doing it. So, and that's the other thing. We go down rabbit holes. We think that we're being gang stalked. We think everybody's against us. We put our tinfoil hats on. But it's how you come back out of those rabbit holes that count. Yes, it's like King Lear in Shakespeare. Shakespeare's King Lear and The Tempest. You know, they all have to go through these towers in order for the divine order of things to be put right. So, yeah, so some of you could be in the middle of an emotional storm. It's time to be strong and courageous. Pray. You know, I love that prayer of the Lord is my shepherd, thou shalt not want, you know, if I go through the valley of darkness, I shall not fear. You know, all of that. I do know how to say it properly, but didn't really want to say the whole thing. But, you know, that keeps you strong. You know, though you walk through the valley of death and madness and chaos, you shall not fear because the Lord is with you. And you need to know that. And this is why we are, it's like what I'm getting is, many will be tested, but few will show themselves worthy. And it's not because people are unworthy, it's because they just don't have that strength. And you need to build that strength within your heart. Let the divine in and surrender. So, yeah. Oh, Knight of Swords. Yeah, dark night of the soul. You'll go through many dark nights of the soul where things just seem to be overwhelming, not sleeping well at night, feeling like you're under attack. It's time to understand what's making you feel like this, needing to get to the root, clearing the root chakra, the sacral chakra, trying to, you know, getting to the root of your problems. But there's also someone around you who's suffering without you. But also you need to prepare, because you are going to need to be strong to help the suffering. And when we help the suffering, especially if you have a channel or anything like that, you'll have many people reaching out to you. You'll have many people reaching out to you. You know, these large channels that you see, they have many people who are needing help and assistance, and you need the strength to help them. You need to know how to guard and protect your energy. But at the same time, you get all these trolls. You get all of this negative attack, so you need to know how to protect yourself from that. And the best way I find to protect yourself from all of that is to have faith, is to know that no one can harm you, that it's not your time yet. But yes, there is great suffering. You feel like you're being called back to something all the time. So whatever that is that's calling you back, that's nagging at you, that needs to be laid to rest. Because we have judgment here. Yeah, judgment is at hand. And, you know, like people talk about, you know, we have really deeply religious people who think we're in the end times and that we're rapture and all of this. Judgment is constant. Like, judgment is always. But we're living in a time where cycles are coming to a close. And we are here to be part of the new wave of people, the new wave of light moving forward, to assist and help others in whatever way we can. But first we have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves. We have to help ourselves first. So judgment is here. Yeah, and maybe and I think I'm getting that somebody around you feels like they're being judged harshly, but, you know, that ye judge kind of idea, judge lest you be judged. You know, we come under our own judgment, and we come under judgment so we can look back in the past and put things right. And being sorry is never doing it again. So it's very important to, once you heal from something, not to keep going back into that darkness again. Let it go, and you'll start to feel lighter and brighter. So yes, there's judgment here. Somebody, like in this, it's masculine energy, and see we have a dog here who's jumping up, wanting to know why their master's so upset. So this could be a masculine energy here in particular. Somebody feels, and see in this deck, they're very strong, like, you know, muscular, strong, looking care of their health, and they have kind of tousled dark hair and a dark beard. So that could be for someone. But also we have, in the Eight of Cups, we have someone with reddish, blondish kind of hair, curly, possibly curly or wavy, so, and a bit younger. So we could have two masculines here, one a bit older, one a bit younger. they're going through a very difficult situation. They're calling to you, they're calling you back. But the thing is that they have betrayed you and they know it. So these two have betrayed you in some way, because in this deck the daggers aren't behind his head, they're pushing forward. So we also have to be careful what we think as well. So people who've betrayed you, there's possibly a couple in particular. Somebody's got chestnut brown hair as well. So someone in particular, and they're having to answer. You know, they judged you harshly, they were harsh to you, and they're starting to regret this, because all you were trying to do was love them. And they put you under attack. They might have been disrespectful to you, ridiculed you, humiliated you in public, because this is a public space in this judgment card. So they feel like they're being left behind. They're very worried that you're not going to go back for them. But at the same time, the divine is here with the judgment card. They'll come to the light. Sometimes we just have to move on so other people can miss us. So there's people here who are missing you, and they start to see the value of you. But you also have to be careful when you've been in abusive relationships that we ourselves don't do that. Often we look back when we're feeling lonely, when we're feeling sad, when we're taking on the responsibility for other people's bad behaviour. We often think, oh, they weren't so bad, and you think of all the good things about them. But at the end of the day, you are not with those people for a reason, and it's time to move on. They have to catch up to you spiritually, and they can't get you off their mind. So you might be being dragged back into emotions because you're connected to these people in some way. You need to cut the ties that bind. So judgment is here. Time to rise up. Time to take responsibility for our own actions and our own selves. So everything, you know, this is the preparation period, you know, releasing. And it can take some people years to release from all the trauma, the negative energies, letting go of people that you love but have in some way pushed you away. You're being pushed away for a reason. They're in a dark place because they are also meant to wake up. They are meant to rise up with the judgment card. And these are people who are, you know, more stubbornly resistant. Fighters, people who've had to fight their whole lives, who've been abused and traumatized and had to fight their way out of everything, have to learn not to fight anymore, just to surrender. So that's a powerful message. And yeah, we have the Page of Cups. Looking back on all those people who've hurt you, because when we put this on the desk, this Page of Cups is looking back, more Pisces energy. So look back with love, because you wouldn't be where you are, you wouldn't be who you are, you wouldn't be right here now listening to this if this wasn't meant for you and you weren't meant to, you know, rise up. But this cup of love, yeah, look back and love these people. Yeah, but there's a new beginning for you in love as well. And this is it too, like look, it's interesting, we have judgment, and this is, you know, Ascended Master Jesus here talking to the masses. And then we have this person and the sign of the fish, because we're moving from Pisces to Aquarius. You know, following our Ascended Master Jesus' way of being. And what was his, what did he teach? He taught love, tolerance, compassion. And we also learned through his crucifixion that we need to go carefully with people who have power over us, who have the ability to harm us. And some of us have already had a big taste of that. You know, whistleblowers who end up in terrible situations. Like we feel like everything's being taken away from us by other people. But it's really, you know, the dark forces working through these people. But it's also part of your bigger plan to have these experiences so that you come to love, you come to understanding, you become more compassionate than ever. So, you know, following the path of love is very, very important. Having that pure heart, being pure of heart. What's the saying that I can never remember? It's being as innocent as a dove and as cunning as a snake. But just remember, the dove actually has more power over the snake than the snake has over the dove. So, yeah. So it's been very difficult, dark nights of the soul, but this is like, you know, your final go around, final judgment. You know, you're being awakened to awaken in love and light. No matter what you've been through, all the bitterness is being dissolved, all the hate, the anger is being dissolved. But that doesn't mean that you are soft and powerless. This means that you are stronger in faith than ever. And these people who try to harm you, all this dark energy, you can rebuke it and understand and send it straight back, because you are now strong, stronger than ever in the light of in the light of the Lord. I'm getting, it sounds quite religious. I'm not particularly religious. I'm very spiritual. Yeah, Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, regrets, reflecting, reflecting cards. Looking back, disappointments in love, people who've betrayed you. This is a youthful person. You know, you know what betrayal is from a young age, but coming out of that because it was in reverse. And when we come out and away from difficult situations, we can feel emotionally unstable. We feel, because often we want to stay where we are because we feel more stable where we are, even though it's a bit of an emotional nightmare. That's for someone. So it's time to come out of that. Period of reflection is over. Disappointments are over. People have to answer for how they have treated you, and how they treat others. And also, you know, because they come from a place of fear and self-loathing and arrogance and all of these sorts, and pride. So it's time to surrender to that, to become humble, but yet have the strength of a lion, I'm getting. So, yeah, because we have judgment here again. So yeah, people have judged you harshly, but this is also for you to understand that we don't need to be responsible for other people's bad behaviour. That yes, we play our part, but we release those toxic energies that we have put out there onto people in our past because we were feeling vulnerable and defensive. So judgment's here again, and see, this one's fair. So we have, yeah, so judgment is here. It's time to rise up, and you're being put through what you've put through to bring you closer to spirit, to the divine, to God, to the ascended masters and everybody else. Yes, it's a big long list. No, the all. I understand now why in the 1920s they just called it the all, because you have to list them all. Yeah, to bring you to faith. So that, you know, the divine all receives the glory, to know that you've always had angels on your shoulders, to know that you couldn't have survived what you've survived, and come out the other side with with your heart healed, so that you can move on and fight the good fight. So, you know, this is 2 judgments here. Anyway, we'll get more cards. Oh yeah, look at that. The end of karma. And now, and with hidden enemies, anyone who gets in your way has to suffer the swiftness of the divine rods of God. That's what I call them, the divine rods of God. You know, because it's coming from the heavens as well. But these are like meteors, and, you know, this is war as well, you know, with these rods, you know, raining down fire. So you've been fighting this battle alone with the 7 of Wands, or you felt alone, enemies everywhere, but now you're being risen to the top. You're being risen out of this passionate energy, stronger than ever. And this is, you know, karma. Like, we don't need to seek retribution or revenge, and we don't need to sit in sorrowness and bitterness. My battery went flat. Okay, yes, so, you know, the divine will deal with these people, but you've grown in strength and, yeah, passionate energy. You've put up a good and brave fight. Now it's time to let the divine do the rest, and all you need to do is just let go of everything. Like bathing in a beautiful, you know, pool. floating around. It's time just to float around for a bit and keep working on yourself, because there's important things to be done here. So, and see, this Seven of Wands with the hidden enemies has come under judgment. Judgment here, judgment there. So, you know, and also you're being assessed. Are you ready? Are you ready for what is coming for you? For the wonderful things that are coming for you? Are you strong enough now to stay in the light, to stay elevated, to be consistent in your faith? So it's a clearing of karma, but also things are going to move very swiftly with the Page of Cups here and the Eight of Wands. So things are going to come in very, very swiftly. There's strong, powerful energy here. You're being re-energized. You're being lifted up. What's that song? Lift me up. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there's a song. Yeah, I can't sing. Well, I can sing. I'm just terrible at it. So, so what's coming in for you? Yeah, so there's somebody else too who's fighting for you. There's someone who's fighting for you. If you've got a group of people and you feel like, you know, they've put you under attack, you do have someone who's fighting for you, who's trying to rally the troops, who's trying to fight for your honor, is what I'm getting here as well. And so we have double judgment here. And see, we're, you know, workers of light, light beings, are often judged more harshly, to really test that core faith and strength. So, you know, if you don't feel like things are just and fair, don't worry. Everything is happening perfectly in the way that it should. So what is all of these everythings that's coming in for you? Oh, look, Three of Cups. Joy, celebration. You're at a new phase of your life. We have the three muses here. You could be somebody else's muse. Somebody's watching you, looking at you. But this is a group of people of like mind. It's a water card again. It's Cancer, it's family, it's soul crew, soul tribe, soul star family coming together. So we almost have to become, our hearts have to become like the hearts of a child. But the celebration here with threes, your soul crew, your soul tribe is here. Whatever you've been through, it's over. And look, money is here, giving and receiving. So your income is secure here as well. I wish I'd stop saying as well. Your income is secure. Nearly said it again. Recurring payments. But also watch out for recurring dreams and recurring signs in the 3D. So yes, so a cycle is about to repeat, but this time you're going to have the people of like mind, like soul, coming together, and you have to be right with them. You have to trust that these people are the right people for you, and that there is a shared giving and receiving here. So if you have behaved defensively, arrogantly, dislike people before they like you, before they dislike you because you don't feel worthy, it's time to let go of all of that, because if you push these people away because of your own traumas that aren't healed, then that is going to be an opportunity lost. But also being generous, giving of gifts. This could be around Christmas time as well. So friends, soul group, finances. Oh, the world. It could be travel. You could be bringing to get people together from all different areas of the world, all four corners of the earth. But this is also a chapter closing. And you, in this world card, we have somebody that's pure, that's protected, that's in this bubble. So there's something here to do with the world. And again, a circuit, a cycle, a new cycle is beginning. And you need to be part of that new beginning. You need to put your light out there in the world. You need to be authentic to yourself. Don't do things to please others. Don't do things for like, don't do anything that isn't something that comes from your heart. So don't do things for money. Don't do it for clicks, likes and whatevers. Don't, stay consistent on your path and let the divine do the rest. So your finances are going to stabilize. 6, harmony, balance, balancing the books. Oh yeah, balancing the books. Yes, on a global scale. So, and here we have burdens. So here's this person following you, coming to see you, coming to visit you, reaching out, people coming to you who are burdened, who need your assistance, who need you to help them to move forward in love and light. But this is that person following you. They are burdened, they are troubled. Oh, and look, the 10 of Pentacles. So, yeah, so your new beginning involves future long-term stability, financial stability, a new community, a new home, a new place where you can find the right people for you. It can be very difficult for people who are not just highly intelligent, but also for people who are angels of light, no matter how much you've tried to stay asleep and stay in the party world, who, oh sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, you just don't find people of like mind, and sometimes operate arrogantly because there's a superiority there, because one, deeply psychic, intuitive, and in 3D intelligent. It's like everybody it becomes tiresome. Yeah, it becomes tiresome. Where are my people? Who can I vibe with? Like, even on an intellectual level, you could be with intellectuals, but they're boorish, they're arrogant. So it's hard to find people who match you intelligently and spiritually. Because I am getting that you have and there's different types of intelligences as well. So it's not just about IQ. Oh, an effort paying off. So you're moving towards financial abundance. And this financial abundance, oh, and we've got a Queen of Cups on the bottom. The Queen of Love, the Queen of Stability, the Psychic Queen, the Compassionate Queen. But no longer being a doormat. No longer people pleasing. You're pleasing yourself because you're pleasing the divine. You're putting God first. And you're surrendering to that and having faith. And yes, you will be tested. So yes, you're having to work hard. Yes, but these efforts will pay off. Also, if you've invested in something with the 6 of Pentacles here, it's going to pay off. So there's an increase in value of something. It could be your home, it could be your work, it could be many things. But yeah, there's big changes coming for you, and you need to prepare now in all the ways that I've already discussed. There's also work to be done with the 10 of Wands. No matter how tired you feel, no matter how life experiences have weighed upon you, put all of that energy, it's like take the pain, put it, turn pain into power, and then the power into passion. So there's something about your life experiences, your life story, that can help others, that you're going to put into some work, that you're going to perfect and put out into the world. And this could also be a source of income for you. So with writers, it's always and often said that you write what you know. So you work on what you know. And you put all of that into your work, and it will pay off. So there's an increase in finance. There's travel here as well. You might be thinking to yourself, I don't want to move. I'm comfortable where I am. You're not allowed to be comfortable, because you need to be impassioned to move forward, to help and assist this world to come to peace. Even if you just help one person today, that's something, that's a great thing. We're all caught up in this, we have to be rich, we have to be famous, we have to, all this influencer nonsense, that we have to have notoriety, that our mission has to be something big. If you're just a loving mother or father and, bringing up your children right, setting boundaries, giving them good values, giving them pearls of wisdom for their future selves, then you've done a great thing for generations to come. It's like throwing a stone in the water. It ripples, and the effects are felt throughout the universe. It's like when you scream and shout and you're angry, that ripples out for eternity also. So that all has to be balanced out. If you spent some time screaming and shouting, not because you're a nasty person, but it just all got too much for you, you need to balance that out. So if you've been a talkative person, verbose, your word has to be heard, not letting others speak, you will be silenced and put into isolation until you know how to behave better, because you have people coming towards you, or you're moving towards people who are your tribe, who are your people, and you have to treat them out of love and respect and gratitude, rather not people pleasing and all of that, just being yourself. You're going to be appreciated just for being who you are. You're going to fit in all of a sudden with these people. So you can't act out of the past traumas. You can't behave out of, that all has to be cleared and healed. And even if it's not fully healed, you continue to work on that. Yeah. Okay. We'll do some, so what does the Divine want to say to you? So these keep popping up, these cards, the Hidden Truth Oracle, and the problem is that some of the cards, if you're in love with someone and you can't let go of them, or you're in love with a married person or somebody who's with someone else and you think they should be with you, these cards can actually keep you stuck there. These are twin flame cards that somebody produced. So this fell on Judgment. I want you. Ascended Master Jesus wants you for his army of light. The Divine God of all light and love wants you for ascension, wants you to awaken, wants you to follow the path of love. Heart healing here. And that's interesting too. We both know I'm not the one for you. So anyone with that Eight of Cups that was there, because that's fell out in the same position, and Judgment, whoever's not meant for you will not follow you. You have to let go of people that you're hoping, wishing, wanting, waiting to come back in your life. Waiting for that love. They are not the one for you. All of these people in your past are not the ones for you. You need to move forward. And there is someone following you. It could be someone new, somebody from a distant land, someone from another country than you. Yeah. They could work outside, be outside workers, but also with the World card here, with this World card, with the Rider-Waite, they look like candlesticks, but I always see them as drumming. So there's like music here, drumming, dancing, all of that beautiful, like I'm also getting indigenous drumming and dancing around the fire. So there's something going on here for you. Hippies. Hippies. So you might want somebody looking back with love. Looking back with love. You could be from a cult, I'm getting here as well. Looking back, somebody from your past who you still want, but they're not the one for you. And they're coming under judgment. And if you stay stuck, things are going to become more painful for you. Because we had that Nine of Swords? We had that Nine of Swords. You're going to stay stuck in the anguish. And who wants to stay there? So let go. Know that you're being guided in the right direction, that you're being guided towards people who truly deserve you. And you have to raise your worthiness, your self-worth as well. Know that you are the empress or the emperor, and that you don't need to bow to anyone who behaves badly towards you. And you're going to spot these people coming a mile off. So this is quite a speech, isn't it? So what else? Oh, the Kipper deck. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, so somebody's still thinking of you. You need to cut the ties that bind. Because I've just, the thoughts card is here. But yeah, high honour. You're being placed in high honour. In the spiritual world, you're a person of high honour. And the thing is as well, and somebody, didn't I say someone's trying to defend your honour? So there is someone working behind the scenes, or something working behind the scenes to restore your reputation if your reputation's been damaged. So that's very important. You're receiving messages from the divine, but also you'll start receiving a message or messages from someone on the other side of the world from you, with the World card here. Yeah, it could be working in a foreign situation as well, with the Six of Pentacles here, working in foreign countries, and languages here as well. So you'll start receiving messages. If you've been looking for a new job, and it's something that you've always wanted to do, it's in line with your spiritual path, it's in line with your heart and your passions, you're going to be receiving a message. It could be coming by snail mail, could take a little bit of time, but you've got to be ready to go. You have to be prepared now. And we have house with the Ten of Pentacles. So you're definitely moving house, you're moving to a new community, but also on a spiritual level, you're moving to a higher level of being. And yes, thoughts of you. There is someone that's thinking of you, or they're thinking, you know, this could actually, it relates to one of my other readings where it just came down to, oh no, this is not the right time for us. So there could be something there, but you can't sit and wait. You have to get your mind on the divine. You have to get your mind on healing. You have to get your mind on being a person of light in order to move forward and be the best version of yourself for people who are going to need you, for people who are coming into your life. So there's definitely abundance and receiving a gift. So once all of this abundance comes in, and this is, you know, recurring payments, it's joy, it's pleasure, travel, getting that job that you want, having the money to fix a house or renovate or buy a house, or, you know, moving, or having enough money to move to a bigger house or a more expensive house, even if you're renting. And this, you'll come to understand that these are all gifts from God. They're all gifts from the divine. And so everything you receive from now going forward, you will say thank you. You will have gratitude, because you've been stripped bare to the core, where you've had to surrender. I used to be an atheist, yes. Just for those people wondering. I was an atheist. Big time atheist. I was all into logic and science and all of that, yeah. So, you know, but I've always been able to, I've always had strong psychic ability, because I do believe we're all connected. My logic always told me that. Yes, I've been able to see dead people. Yes, I feel ghosts and bumps in the night. And but yeah, no, I was a full-on atheist. And now I'm fully connected to Divine Source. So awakening is a very interesting thing. And when you awaken, it's hard to say the word God. It's hard to say the word Jesus. It's hard to say all these things, because you feel, because of all of the, you know, because of the religious factor. Yeah, because religion solved nothing. Religion keeps you trapped. Yes, there are words of wisdom in the Bible and any other, you know, religious book, but it's like any book has wisdom. So we all come to God in our own ways. There is no right and wrong. Peace. Yeah, you're coming to peace. Things are going to become more peaceful. I've said this in another reading. Once you come to true peace, And this can take years. It can feel like it's taking forever. But once you come to peace, it's all, you know, it's all going to flow in. Everything starts to flow. But you need to be patient. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. That sums the reading up. You have to release it all and have faith that is what is meant for you in the future is yours. And things are coming in fast, and you need to unburden yourself, make space, make room. If you are, whatever you're receiving, you can lose all over again if you don't realize that it's the grace of God. Go I. Yeah. So messages coming in, could be invitations, getting on a circuit. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Forgiveness. That's what I was saying before. You have to look back and not be caught up in bitterness and revenge and spite and all of these sorts of things. And you will go through those. You will be angry. You will want them all to be skittles in front of the bowling ball that's coming down the alley for them. And you let go of that. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself as well. Because often we feel stupid. We think, God, how did I fall under their spell? And that's what it is. It's a spell. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Now, yeah. And when you get it all back, it's a matter of understanding that everything is a divine gift. But there's also somebody, you know, there are people who are in grief for losing you. If you're kind of like the victim, though you know don't have a victim mentality anymore, if you've been the one that's really been abused, it's been an imbalance of abuse in your life with, you know, bouts of happiness in between, there are people who are grieving you moving on. Because no matter who these people are, you have to move on. They have to learn. They have to learn. And it's not for you to teach them. You've already told them, said to them what they need to know. So now they have to sit and think about that. So yeah, it can be very hard letting go of grief. We do lose a lot. But it's time to move forward, to understand that everything happens for a reason and everything has its place. So you could also be moving forward and feeling a little bit sad, like you're reluctant to move forward, to physically move forward to a new place. But don't worry, it's going to be better for you, more abundance coming in. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. If we're never challenged, we just sit in complacency. So, yeah. And one of these. Passage 40. Standing stones. Yeah, the path is opening up in front of you. You're being given passage. It's a green light. It's time to go. It's time to move forward towards the light. This is very important. Rising above it all. I want to put it above, but I don't think you can see it there, can you? Oh, you can. Yeah. 40. 4. 4's a stability. Moving forward because you are more stable. You've got your shit together. You've let go of everything that needs to be let go of. You're moving forward towards the light, to a better place, to a better way of being. And expansion. There you go. Spirit Guardian of Summer, 37, 73, 10. Completion. Things are coming into completion. And you are expanding. And we have these beautiful, is it a peach tree and a canary? You're a canary in a coal mine. And in the old days, my grandfather was a coal miner in the north of England, deep in the bowels of the earth. And they used to take canaries down with them because canaries are sensitive to gas. So if there was a gas leak from a gas seam underground, the canary would die and then they would all know to get out. So it's like you have been the canary in the coal mine. You've always had an innocent heart. And anything bad you've done in defense of you, trying to defend yourself. Probably often alone with the world against you kind of vibe. So you are the canary. You've given the warning, you know, and you've been gaslighted too. You know, when you're gaslighted, when, yeah, you know what people do to you, and they're not going to change. They have to come to it themselves. They have to be brought to their knees or stay asleep. That's up to them. We're all at different levels of soul, of soul. And wisdom. Yeah, you've grown in wisdom. Offering your wisdom, offering what you've learned, offering your experiences, writing about it, talking about it, assisting and helping others. You are proof that you can walk through the, you know, survive the worst of things. And don't, you know, and close family members can be the most destructive. So wisdom here, 27:9. Yeah, you've spent enough time alone. This is about to change, and it's going to be rapid, because we have two judgments. We have the World card. We had the 8 of Wands turning into the 10 of Wands. It's over. All you have to do now is rest and recuperate, because you have work to do. And it's very important that you get yourself right with God, the God of love and light, not the demon devil of war and hate. Okay. Gift. Yeah, occupation. So there's a change in occupation here, and marriage. Some of you are going to, oh, and look, privileged lady. Yeah, you're going to become a privileged lady or man. There could be marriage in the cards here if that's what you're wanting, a partnership. You could be going to a wedding or an engagement or an invitation, but a marriage is the coming together of like-minded people, of like soul, like-hearted people. This could also be through your occupation. So whatever you're doing, you could possibly be drawing someone's attention, and they will contact you. This could be somebody who is from a different part of the world than you. You could be moving to a different part of the world. Or if you're in the west, you'll move east. If you're in the north, you'll move south. So there's something here to do with cardinal directions. And yes, you are the privileged lady. Oh yeah, distant horizons. And a wealthy man. So there's wealth here. You could be partnering with someone who is very wealthy. Or getting a loan from a bank manager. Because this dude, I don't want to pick it up because I'll see one on the bottom. Because this dude looks like he's in a bank. So you're going to get a loan, or the bank's going to approve something, or they're a banker, or finance, or something to do with banking, finance and investments is going to pay off for you. And distant horizon, traveling. This is not the distant horizon of the future. Like, this is not, oh, you know, a long way to go. This is if you rise high enough. Look at this boat, elevated, levitating. If you rise high enough, the faster it comes in. The faster you let go, the faster things come good. It's just that we wallow for so long, and for good reason for a lot of people, because they've been through such traumas that it takes a long time to move through it. So yeah, this is on the horizon. You are a privileged few people who have ridden out the storm, gone crazy, become sane again, been through terrible traumatic abuses, been set upon by people and betrayed by people you'd never expect, in ways you would never expect, and you've come out closer to God, loving yourself and your heart being healed, bigger and stronger than ever, realizing that you don't have to defend yourself, you don't have to fight anymore, you can lay down the burdens. If you come across people who are offending you or upsetting you, you ignore them. You stand silent and be that canary, because if people are abusing you for no reason other than their own frustrations, then you are the canary, you are that warning to them. You are sending a signal to the universe that you're in front of somebody who you need to be protected from, and they will protect you. This is a very long reading, but that's okay, I'm doing it my own way. I started getting caught up with my last, thinking, oh, I need to do more readings, I need to be this way, I need to be that way, you know, yeah. See, once you start doing that, that's a sign to pull yourself back. No, I'm just going to do one reading a day like I started, and they are deeply spiritual readings, sometimes like this, and other times it can be a simple love reading, or it can be a simple money reading or a health reading. Your health is being restored as well. Needing to eat healthy, that's something else. You're really needing to take care of yourself. And you have to learn. Often people pleasers and people who have been abused and who feel guilty for other people's bad behaviour often lack the ability to really take care of themselves, nurture themselves. So this could be a lesson for you also. Anyway, love to you guys. That's that reading, a very long one, but that's okay too. If people who just want to watch and switch off after 8 minutes, then they're not the right people for this. Many will be tested, few will pass the test. And if this resonates with you and you're here right now at the end, this message is for you. So listen to it again if you need to. Anyway, love to you guys. Bye.